Hello friends, in this session we will discuss about the emitting devices. Emitters or drippers are integrated with the lateral. The water passes through your emitters need to be delivered at constant rate with uniformity. Means in the sprinkler irrigation system, the water will deliver nozzle. Whereas in the drip irrigation system, the water comes out from your emitter. That is different between a sprinkler and a drip irrigation system. So these emitters or drippers are integral part of your lateral, and this should be deliver the water at constant rate and should be distribute the water uniformly throughout this entire periphery of crop. So based on the various characteristics condition, the emitters are classified based on your pressure in lateral, discharge rate from your emitters, and flow path cross section of your emitter, and flow regime are nothing but your Reynolds number, pressure dissipation, and lateral connection, whether these are connected internally or externally, and water distribution pattern from your emitter, cleaning characteristics of emitter, and pressure compensation and material used for the manufacturing. So let us see one by one. First one, operating pressure in lateral. So with the pressure in the lateral or at emitter, if between the 5 to 8 meter of pressure head, we can call the low pressure head emitters. The pressure head is 8 to 12 meters, then it's medium pressure head, and more than the 12 to 15, that's called your high pressure head emitters. Next, based on the discharge, the emitters are also be low, medium, and high. So normally for agriculture purpose, we recommend based on the soil type, crop, water holding, the emitters are suitable for the 4 liter per hour. This is the mostly used emitters for our agriculture purpose. And based on the cleaning characteristics, the self cleaning and open type cleaning, this type of emitters will having the path in the zigzag shape, in V shape. So in this condition, the water will come from the emitter. Due to this path, the water having this any sand material or any debris, due to this path the emitter will clean. Okay, there is no external requirement is needed for cleaning the sand particle which has clogged in these drippers. So this is called your self flushing or self cleaning emitters. Okay, based on the flow cross section and sensitive to clogging, the emitters are classified low cross section, that is below the 0.7 mm, and this type of emitters are very sensitive to clogging because the diameter is very small, that is only 0.7 mm, and medium cross section, that is 0.7 to 1.5 mm, the medium sensitive to clogging, and last one is your wide cross section more than 1.5 mm. This type of emitters are relatively sensitive to clogging. Next one, the American Society of Agriculture Engineering ASAE also classified the emitters based on your lateral connection, flow regime, and pressure compensation, non-pressure compensation. Let us discuss lateral connection. Okay, let us see this picture. The emitters are, these are the lateral, and here the emitter are fixed internally at the time of manufacturing. So this type of emitters are called integrated or inline emitters. So this type of emitters, this spacing between this along this lateral is constant or not changed. This is fixed at time of your manufacturing only. So this type of emitters are mostly suitable for your row crops like cotton, sugarcane, groundnut, and whereas your online emitters, so only laterals are there, and based on our requirement we will make a small hole and we will fit externally and manually based on our need. This is called online emitters. This type of online emitters are also 2 liter per hour discharge of this type of emitter, 4 liter, 8 liters, and having the different colors also. This is black color, this is green, yellow, green color. So this also we can identify based on the color also. We can identify discharge capacity of emitters. So this type of online emitter places may be vary based on our requirement. The spacing also be changed. So that can be possible in the online drippers. So this type of emitters are mostly used for your mango, coconut, citrus, or papaya orchards. So this is the most important concept that asked in the examination. The inline emitters or inline drippers are used for the vegetable crop or orchard crop. So that is used for the vegetable crops or row crops. Whereas the online is used for the orchard crops. So here the emitters are manually fixed. Next one, pressure compensation. So that is nothing but the discharge and head relation. So the pressure compensation emitters mean for a given different pressure condition, okay, the discharge coming from your emitter is constant or uniformly. When your area is undulating, so due to the undulation topography, the laterals are laid down in this slope direction. Due to the elevation change, the discharge may be high. Okay, so to avoid the higher discharge from this emitter, we will use the diaphragm. So the flexible diaphragm, rubber diaphragm is there. So this will maintain the constant discharge which comes out from your emitter. So this is called your pressure compensating emitter. This type mostly used in the hilly regions, whereas the non-pressure compensating region emitters are used for the in uniform or leveled lands. So in this condition, the discharge, whichever the discharge is coming from your emitter, is vary with respect to your pressure changes. So that means if pressure is increases, so like this here, the pressure is increases, the discharge may be increases. When the pressure is reduces, the discharge may be reduces. But in the condition of the pressure compensation, for a certain duration, when the pressure is increases, the discharge will increase. After that, the pressure, even the pressure is head is increases, the pressure head in x-axis also increases, but discharge is constant. So this is the difference between your pressure compensation and non-pressure compensation. So this type of emitters also may be inlet. Here the emitter relation between your discharge and inlet pressure head, that is H, is given by this formula. Here Q is the emitter flow rate and H is the inlet pressure head and X is the exponent and CD is the constant proportionality, that is also called a coefficient of discharge. Okay, that depends upon your geometry and acceleration due to the gravity of your emitter. Okay, we will discuss all these things in upcoming session. Now another, this ASA also classified the emitters based on the pressure dissipation. Okay, so based on the pressure dissipation, the long path emitters. So this, see here, the length of this emitter is very long, so that the path, the flow in this emitter vary in laminar or in simple flow. Okay, this type of pressure dissipation is due to the long path. Okay, and the narrow depth, mean diameter of this emitter is very low or small and length of this emitter is longer, so that the dissipation pressure may be reduced throughout this valve. Next, nozzle or orifice type. See here, long path emitters, in this condition the opening of this emitter also be like in nozzle shape. Okay, nozzle like shape, nozzle shape or orifice shape. So in this condition the pressure is dissipated as the discharge through the small opening as shown in this picture. See, this is the small long path, this is the complete long path, and this is the outlet of your emitter. And leakage lateral type emitter. So these are also be type of emitter. The pressure dissipation as the water is delivered through the large number of very small pores and perforation in the lateral pipe wall instead of the dissipation through the emitting device. So means here the complete laterals have this long, very small number of pores on the complete lateral, so that the water will dissipate throughout this length and water coming from these small perforated holes with very low pressure. So that is the emitters based on your dissipation of pressure. Next one, flow rhythm. The flow rhythm given based on your Reynolds number. There are three types of emitters are classified. One is your laminar flow emitters. In this condition, the laminar flow regime exists in the emitter having the long flow path, and in this condition or in this type of emitter the discharge is very low. Okay, example are microtubes also, some of example. So let us see here. So this is the type of emitter. Here the water will comes in this emitter and the flow will moves in long path like this in all forms, and it will travel and comes out from this outlet. So such type of emitters having called long path. Okay, these are the only plane area. But whereas in the fully turbulent or orifice emitter, the full turbulence flow exit in the orifice emitter. So like this here, so in the orifice emitter. Okay, and tortoise path. So this is called your tortoise path. See the zigzag path like this. So this is called your tortoise path. So not straight. Okay, so this is the emitter. In this case, the full turbulent will create as shown in this picture. The flow will also hit to the walls of your emitters and the flow will move in zigzag. But whereas in the laminar flow, the water will flow in the plain line. So because there is no zigzag path in this emitter, the water will come to the inlet and simply travel throughout this length in straight direction and come out from your outlet.